Welcome back to Laila's Home Cooking. On today's episode, I want to show you how I make cheesy garlic naan, and this is your request. I'm going to take you to the ingredient for the dough. We're going to make the dough first, which is all-purpose flour, butter, softened at room temperature. I'm actually using margarine. You can use softened butter, salted or unsalted, some plain yogurt, warm water. I have a little bit of dry flour for later. We're gonna need some salt. We're gonna need some baking powder. Now I'm not using yeast in this recipe. Today I'm using baking powder. So I'm actually gonna add 2 teaspoons salt. But if you are using unsalted butter, you can add more salt. So I'm using margarine. Margarine has a little bit salt, so just be careful if you don't want too salty stuff. And then I'm gonna add my baking powder. Okay, I'm adding 2 teaspoons full. Just mix this. Add your butter. Plain yogurt. Mix. Add water, warm water, little by little, and then soon I'm gonna switch by hand. I'm gonna mix this by hand. You can do this in a stand mixer faster, but today I want to do this just with a wooden spoon and just by hand. No fancy item here. And then I'm gonna show you the ingredient for the topping later. We're gonna need some grated cheese, or it's in the fridge right now, which I'm gonna bring this later when we need. First we have to make this dough and then let it rise. So add water and turn this into a smooth dough. Okay, now I switch by hand and this is so smooth. You guys can see it's not that sticky. I have added about a cup of water, but it really depends. If your yogurt is thick, you may need less water depending what kind of yogurt you're using. Sometimes yogurt are really watery. And now, since if we're gonna be doing this in the machine, instant mixer, then we will do this like 10 minutes will be enough. But since we are doing this by hand, you may need this, just knead the dough for at least 15 minutes, just like that. And then we're gonna do this a little bit too on the table. But for now, for 10 minutes, we're gonna just keep mixing this dough like that into the bowl. It's been 10 minutes. Now add a little bit of dry flour on your counter, kitchen counter. And now for 5 minutes, we're just gonna mix this just like that. Okay, just like so. Okay, so our dough is ready. I have sprayed some oil in the same bowl. This is going in. I'm just gonna turn this around so everywhere can have the oil. It's not gonna create crust on top. Now get the plastic wrap and we're gonna cover this and let this rest in a warm place. The warmer place you have in your kitchen, the warmer place and the faster it's gonna rise. So it may take about 45 minutes, an hour to an hour and a half. Again, depending how warm is your kitchen area. And then once this dough rise, we're gonna move to the next step. It's been an hour and the dough is resting. It's not gonna go double in size as we add yeast then you can see that the dough has double in size. But when you are adding just baking powder, this is how it's gonna be. Okay, very soft, but it's risen already. We have our grated cheese here. I'm using half mozzarella and half a white cheddar. You can use any cheese you want. I have some melted butter, some garlic mince, chopped coriander. To this melted butter, I'm gonna add garlic. You can use parsley if you don't want to use coriander. And I'm gonna add my coriander as well. I'm adding a lot. You can add just half of what I'm adding. I'm adding about like half cup or maybe like 4-5 tablespoons. Just gives this a mix. I'm gonna set this on the side for now. Just grab like about that size that we make roti, same size. All right, just roll it. Dip in the flour. And then press with your palm. We're gonna roll this a little bit more. Okay, and now we're gonna grab a handful of cheese. Close this nicely so when we cook the naan, the cheese is not gonna come out. Okay, just like that. Twist, twist, twist. Okay, now some dry flour. And then we're gonna roll this into a little bit thicker. Okay, now we can't go bigger than that or thinner than that because the cheese, the dough will break and the cheese will come out. Now you can get a bigger portion of the ball when you before you put the naan, the cheese, and then you can get a bigger naan if you want to. But I like my naan to be that size. Okay, my tawa is hot enough, and now we're gonna add your naan. Okay, now it's time to turn. Look how gorgeous this is. And at the time you turn it, just wait for the dough to come down. If you press it, it may break, have a hole, and the cheese will come out. Now we're gonna remove this onto a plate, and then the melted butter with the coriander and garlic is going to be on top. I'm using a spoon so I can get the garlic and the coriander and everything. And this is how I like to do mine. It looks so pretty. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Let it cook. All right, this is my third one. So when the bubbles start, you will see the bottom is already been cooking and having a nice brown color. And now you turn. Now you can add your garlic butter mixture now, but you have to press it down at the same time if you don't want to do that onto the plate, because if this goes up like a pillow and all the butter will drop on your tawa, on your pan, and then it will just like that, and then it will make it smoke. So this is another way you can do this. So using a spoon is better than using a brush for this. You can get everything. So this is another way, and you can see in the bottom it's already cooked. Alright, and now remove and goes on top of the other one. And I'm gonna keep repeating the same. And all my cheesy garlic naan is ready. They are so soft. They are so smelling good right now. Let me just break it and show you the inside. Just want to give this a try. It's already so soft. So soft. The garlic, the coriander, everything is stuck the way I made it on top of the naan, and I didn't fill it with garlic inside because it's gonna be too much garlicky. It's gonna be like overpowering with garlic. So adding garlic on top, I think is the best idea. Get the written ingredient down below in the description box. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna go enjoy my naan bread, my cheesy garlic naan bread, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.